You're smiling while you're telling me. It sounds as though in those days you were enjoying the freedom to be able to do something like that, which was instantly creative.
It was instantly creative, and there was no big palaver, you know. It wasn't like this set format show that I'd been doing with the Beatles where you go on and do these same numbers, I Want to Hold Your Head, you know. And the show lasts 20 minutes, nobody's listening, and they're just screaming, and the amps are as big as a peanut. And it was more of a spectacular rather than rock and roll. Whereas actually the first time I performed without the Beatles for years was the Rock and Roll Circus, and it was great to be on stage with Eric and Keith Richard and a different noise coming out behind me, even though I was still singing and playing the same style. It was just great experience. I thought, wow, it's fun with other people, you know.
Romping through a career with John and Yoko, November 1969, the wedding album. What are your thoughts on that? Oh, yes. With a wedding certificate and was it a piece of cake included in the box?
So a photograph of a piece of cake. It was like our sharing our wedding with whoever wanted to share it with us. We didn't expect a hit record out of it. It was more of that's why we call it wedding album. You know, people make a wedding album and show it to the relatives when they come round. Well, our relatives are the what you call fans or people that follow us outside. So that was our way of letting them join in on the wedding. Bed piece.
Hairpiece.
Hairpiece, bed piece. Oh, yeah. Goodbye, Amsterdam, goodbye. And we got married in Gibraltar.
That's right.
The Rock.
The Rock.
British Rock.
Any particular reason for getting married in Gibraltar?
We couldn't. We wanted to get married on the cross-channel ferry. That was the romantic part. When we went to Southampton, and then we couldn't get on because she wasn't English and she couldn't get that day visa to go across. And they said, anyway, you can't get married. The captain's not allowed to do it anymore. So we were in Paris and we were calling Peter Brown, who's now with Robert Stigwood, RSO. But we called him and said, we want to get married, where can we go? And he called back and said, Gibraltar's the only place. So, okay, let's go. And we went there, and it was beautiful. It's the Pillar of Hercules, and also symbolically they called it the end of the world at one point. There's some name besides Pillar of Hercules that they thought the world outside was a mystery from there. So that was like the gateway to the world. So we liked it in the symbolic sense, and the rock foundation of our relationship.
Radio 1's tribute to John Lennon. Andy Peebles was speaking to John and Yoko on December the 6th, 1980 in New York. The program was produced by Paul Williams.